is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Well, the Halos had a great start to their homestand last night in their first meeting of the season against the Houston Astros. Came out victorious in all facets of the game. Tonight it is game number 2 against the Astros. We welcome you inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and tonight the Angels will face a left-hander Dallas Keuchel, who is the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner. And although, Gooby, he has not pitched like a Cy Young Award winner this year.
Yeah, Victor, his location has not been as good. Last year, his walk total, 1.98 walks per 9 innings. This year, 3.75 walks per 9 innings. And that's why you see these numbers completely different from last year. 20-game winner last year, 2-6 this year. ERA almost at 6, batting average against. All the numbers across the board for Dallas Keuchel are up this year because he hasn't been as consistent with the strike zone. His two-seam fastball and changeup, the hitters are not chasing. That's the one thing for him is so effective last year. Chasing those pitches has not done that this year.
Well, Keuchel's on the mound for the Astros. Jared Weaver's on the mound for the Angels. Back-to-back starts. He's gone 7 innings. The key for Weaver tonight against the Astros.
I'll build a little pink tonight for you there, Vic. I know you love pink. Just like fire. The thing is for Weaver, you have to make the hitters think you're going to throw a lot of fastballs and then get them out with that all-speed pitch, whether it's his curveball or changeup and even his slider. And then when they start looking for the all-speed pitch, elevate that fastball upper part of the strike zone. He's had success throughout his career against the Astros, especially some of their younger hitters. Get him to think fastball, throw breaking ball, and then change that up with that high fastball for a swing and miss.
You know who's really excited with pink? Terry Smith. Reshuffle all the time on his phone. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Line up some first pitch when we return. This telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at your local Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. By Jack in the Box, the Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack is back. Taste it before it's gone. By Mercury Insurance, on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by the Jeep Renegade. Find your inner Renegade and reach your highest potential with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. 6-3 against the Tigers. Tigers rolling into town for Monday night's contest, 6:05 on Memorial Day. And the Angels last night, we mentioned a complete victory. Really, when you start looking at things for the Angels, the offense came to life in that third inning, the largest output that they've had in any one inning this season, the 6 runs that they scored. Matt Shoemaker was spectacular for his second consecutive outing in which he struck out 10 or more batters. No walks, first time an Angels pitcher's ever done that in franchise history in back-to-back starts. And then you get just terrific defensive play. So overall, a nice game considering what happened Wednesday in Arlington, and then you had the offense.
That's a great point, Victor. Where they were on Wednesday, that day off, that refresher, an excellent defense, spectacular pitching from Shoemaker, and then the offense, especially that big inning, they had all good quality at bats. That's what you look for early, especially against Dallas Keuchel, who is struggling right now and has struggled on the road. You need Weave to go back to be Weave at home, which he's been very good throughout his entire career.
Halos last night with the victory, picking up their 22nd win of the season. They're 4 games under 500 currently. 6.5 back at the start of the day in the American League West. They are now 10-14 at home. The Astros, on the other hand, did not lose ground with Seattle losing last night to the Minnesota Twins. The Astros now 20-29 and still 9 games back at the start of the day, tied with the Oakland Athletics for 4th place in the American League West. Angels taking the field, wearing their home white uniforms, as Jared likes to always wear in this ballpark. He's not fond of the alternate jersey, and we'll take a look at A.J. Hinch's starting lineup for the Houston Astros, playing in their 50th game of the season. George Springer will lead things off. He's in right field. Jose Altuve, the second baseman. Carlos Correa, the shortstop. Evan Gattis, cleanup hitter at DH. Luis Valbuena at first base. Colin Moran picked up his first 2 big league hits and first 2 RBIs of his big league career last night. He's at third base. Jason Castro behind the plate. Jake Marisnick at center. It's Tony Kemp tonight, batting 9th and getting the start in left field. Weaver's making his 10th start of the season. 4-3 so far, a 5.33 ERA, but we mentioned is the fact that he's gone back-to-back starts, working deep in the games. Last time out against Baltimore really kept those guys off balance.
Yeah, he just had perfect mechanics for him. He's able to get that 3/4 arm slot to consistently throw all his pitches exactly where he wanted to. My go-to, though, for Weave to be successful, be careful early. Top 3 guys in the lineup for the Astros, pretty good success against around 370 batting average with 2 home runs. Worry about those guys. And then slow and slower, especially lower part of that lineup, throw that big slow curveball and then take a little bit more off it and utilize a changeup also.
Check out the Angels defensively tonight. Shane Robinson gets started in left field. Mike Trout at center. Cole Calhoun at right. Infield with Yunel Escobar, Gregorio Petit on the left side. Johnny Giavatello and Albert Pujols on the right side. Carlos Perez behind the plate.
And for a team that runs a lot and Weave on the mound, it's very important for Carlos Perez to continue what he has done so far this year. Has thrown out 45% of would-be base stealers, 9 of 20. And this Houston club, if they get guys on, will try to steal early against Weave.
Yeah, the Astros leading the American League in stolen bases with 39. Didn't have many chances to run last night because of the third inning run output that the Angels put on the board. And we'll see how tonight unfolds for Jared Weaver. That last start against the Orioles picked up the W, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, struck out 6, which is a season high for him, and walked 1. Some clouds up above, but a nice night for baseball. First one this evening is just off the plate for ball 1. 68 degrees at first pitch tonight. Very little breeze, if any at all. Springer hitting .266, 11 home runs, 28 RBIs, fouls this one back. Evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Springer last night 0 for 3. A.J. Hinch removing Springer, Altuve, and Correa after their 6th inning at bats last night, with the Angels up 7-0 at that point.
So,
1-2
so far in this at bat against Springer. Fastball away just off the outside corner, slider, then slow curveball. And that's the one thing Weave has done of late. He's established all 4 of his pitches early in the game. Sometimes in the past, he'll establish his curveball as the game progresses. Same thing with his changeup, but all 4 pitches he's worked in very quickly in games.
1-2 chopper foul. A pitch up in the zone.
especially when you throw a fastball up there. That was at 86 miles an hour from Weaver. That's the time where he usually likes to come back with his curveball.
This one ripped down the left field line, and that is a fair ball. Robinson over to cut it off, and it goes off the wall. Springer will get to second. It's a leadoff double, his 8th of the season.
Ended up throwing slider at that point. This slider got underneath it just enough to be able to elevate it out over the plate around knee high. And Springer went down and got that and hooked that down the line for his 8th double of the season. And right away, a quick conversation with Carlos Perez and Weaver going over the signs with the man at second.
So man in scoring position for the Astros from the get-go. They were 1 for 4 in such situations last night. As Altuve settles into the box. The Astros second baseman 1 for 3 with a single last night. Hitting .311, 9 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Breaking ball upstairs. '18 doubles for Altuve, 3rd in the American League behind David Ortiz and Manny Machado. 22 and 19 respectively. .311, not quite good enough to be in the top 10. This one pulled foul. Xander Bogaerts of the Red Sox leading the way in the American League with a .345 batting average. Then you've got Jackie Bradley Jr. and Nick Castellanos of the Red Sox and Tigers at .341. Ball and a strike. Springer leading off the game with a double down the left field line. Bunts it foul. Trying to push it toward first base.
Tough to stay back on that slow curveball, whether you're taking a full swing or trying to bunt the baseball.
Correa is on deck. Changeup out toward left center field. Trout moving over. He'll put it away. Springer tags, trying to get to third. The throw from Trout a little bit off target. It essentially works as a sacrifice. There's 1 out now and a man at third.
Not many runners have tried to challenge Trout's arm of late, and it's been very strong and accurate. Didn't quite get behind this baseball as much as we've seen Trout of late. Going over to left center field, reaches back, and that's what caused him to throw that throw a little bit away from the base and allowing Springer to get the third base. But that arm strength has definitely improved for Trout.
So with 1 out, a man at third base, Weaver will work from the full windup. Pujols sent at first base, everyone else back at normal depth. Carlos Correa takes a curveball for a strike. Weaver stumbled as he delivered that pitch. Fell down on the mound.
So she's just making sure he's okay. On the follow through, slow curveball. Turns the ankle just as he lands on the follow through.
He saw that foot kind of as it went to plant it, just kind of slid out from underneath him. Just adding more deception to that delivery.
Yes, I was going to say that's a veteran move.
Slider misses outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Correa hitting .246, has 7 home runs and 21 runs batted in on the year. Had a 1 for 3 game last night with a single. Rookie of the year last year. 1-1 is fouled back. 1-2. Astros as a team 15th in the American League. That's last in average. 5th in home runs. 10th in runs scored. 9th in slugging and 12th in on base percentage. Jam shot over to second base. It'll bring home the run. Out number 2 is recorded. And the Astros have a 1-0 lead here in the first.
And so often we talked about that contact play. It looked initially as if Springer was not going to go home on that play. The Angels automatic with 1 out will be going on contact. Slight hesitation. and then going on that baseball, as there's no way you're going to be able to make that long throw to the home plate.
It's actually a pretty good pitch up and in on Correa. Correa picks up his 22nd run batted in. Gaddis fouls this one back to the right. Astros designated hitter, hitting .245 with 5 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Lays off the breaking pitch. Springer a double. Moved to third on the fly out, scoring on the ground out. Two balls, one strike. First changeup that we've seen from Weaver. Vic Carapazza calling the balls and strikes tonight. Pat Hoberg at first base, DJ Rayburn at second, and the crew chief John Hirschbeck over at third. Two. Gaddis goes old school without the batting gloves. Takes a fastball for a called strike, 3 on the outside corner, and the inning comes to an end. But the Astros strike first. We'll head to the bottom of the first with the Angels down 1-0. Of the first, we'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels, playing game number 49 for them. Yunel Escobar to lead things off at third base. Cole Calhoun in right. Mike Trout at center. Albert Pujols at first base tonight. He's the cleanup hitter. C.J. Cron at DH. Johnny Giavotella at second base. Gregorio Petit jumps up to the 7th spot. He's the shortstop. Carlos Perez behind the plate. Shane Robinson batting ninth, playing left field as they take on the 28-year-old left-hander, Tulsa, Oklahoma native by the name of Dallas Keuchel.
Dallas Keuchel, the reigning AL Cy Young Award winner last season, though struggled this season so far. 2-6 ERA, 5.92. Go-tos to be successful. Jump on that first pitch and don't chase his changeup, especially off the plate.
Escobar takes a strike on the outside corner. Yunel hitting .312. With 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. 1 for 4 game last night with an RBI single. This one's fouled back to the right.
Well, that first pitch against Keuchel this season, hitters 19 for 38 with 4 home runs. That's a .500 batting average. Last year, the entire year on the first pitch swinging against Keuchel, .307 batting average with 3 home runs allowed. Hitters more aggressive when they bring them in the zone. Don't chase that changeup off the outside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and where last year he was dotting I's with every pitch and hitting his location, this year it's been hit one location, then all of a sudden erratic within the strike zone. This one's fouled back. It's 1-2. 232 innings of work last year in 33 starts for the Astros. That's a career high for him. But as you were talking about the numbers in the open, and we're going through it now, his whip, walks, hits, divided by innings pitched is up to a career high 1.59. Last year, just as an example, was at 1.02. I mean, there were hardly any base runners, and if there were against Keuchel, he didn't let them score very often.
Yeah, he was a ground ball machine, and his stuff itself, velocity on his fastball, never necessarily overpowering. He's around 86 to 91 range. Very good slider, cut fastball, but a plus changeup.
Ground ball up the middle. Altuve was shading Yunel that way. Low throw, and it's dug out by Valbuena. Astros defensively have Kemp, Marisnick, and Springer from left to right. Moran, Correa, Altuve, Valbuena around the infield from third to first. Castro behind the dish.
And Springer, who we saw batting in the first inning, has been very solid in the outfield also. 5 outfield assists so far this year. No errors, has improved each and every year, but already 17 outfield assists for the youngster. Can play some center field too, but a very good throwing arm, and has dropped a number of home runs already in that position.
Cole cuts through the first one. Calhoun 1 for 4 last night with an RBI single. Every starter with a hit, the only exception being C.J. Cron. 9 total hits last night. It'll pop up on the third base side. Moran will put it away. 2 outs.
Mike Trout coming to the plate. This time with the AT&T high-speed replay. Last year, May 9th, Dallas Keuchel tried to go away against Mike Trout. Great coverage on the outer half of the plate. Home run, center field. Great angle right there, how he's able to not try to pull that baseball. Went with the pitch and out of the ballpark for Trout. Only home run the Angels hit against Dallas Keuchel last year. He's got good career numbers against the Angels. 7-2 with 3.86 career numbers against the Angels.
Trout hitting .320, 10 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Bases clearing, double off the wall in left center last night. Behind at the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. Keuchel, a 20-game winner last year, 2.48 ERA in 33 starts. Down and in, that hit him. Nope. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He tried to sell that one. Trying to work his way down the first base and clearly did not hit him. Rather swing the bat here anyhow with those good career numbers against Keuchel.
Oh, chopper foul. Yeah, those with the desire to get on board would have dropped the bat and started running up the first base line. Trout wants to swing the bat.
Exactly. Early on, a pretty good cut fastball there from Keuchel against Trout. And he pitches from that third base side of the pitching rubber so he can get inside against right-handed batters. Usually you see lefties favoring the first base side of the pitching rubber.
That's driven out to right center field. That's got a chance. Gone! Big fly for Mike Trout the opposite way. Ties this score at 1.
Well, I guess that's why he didn't want to get hit by the pitch. Got an opportunity to swing the bat. Pretty good fastball, almost similar to the zone in which he hit out against him last year. Castro setting up in, wanted that fastball, and he's reaching across the plate. And when you do that with the power that Trout has the other way, that's the result. Out of the ballpark, 11th of the season for Trout.
150th career home run for Trout. Now with 36 runs batted in.
That's how quick his bat is. I mean, location-wise, he missed location, but it was still a 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the outer half of the plate, and he's able to drive that out the other way. That'll make your hitting coaches smile. Dave Anson, Paul Sorrento, Cliff Pennington on board to watch that one. Back in town just to see that swing.
Cliff activated, and Brendan Ryan designated first time. Transactions today. It's down and in. 2 balls and a strike on Albert. It is 570th home run of his career last night. A fastball for Mike Fiers. He's hitting .219 now, 10 home runs, 33 runs batted in. 3 balls and a strike. It's the 7th home run that Keuchel has allowed this year. Albert thought that pitch was down and in. It's a full count now. Okay, caught the inside corner.
Again, sometimes it's not how you catch that baseball where it crosses the plate, clearly in the lower part of the strike zone.
But Albert got that one off his foot.
Well, what a swing by Trout, though, just going back to that swing. Fastball away, didn't try to pull it. Very similar to the home run last year. Here, Albert, right on the top of the foot. Albert is one of the toughest players I've ever seen play this game of baseball.
Fouled off.
You think about all the stuff he has dealt with, and even on that swing that right there, not real comfortable on the follow through on his swing.
To be expected too, and you've got a cut piece master like Keuchel on the mound. Working down and in. This was fouled back. +150 home runs, 500+ runs, age 24 or younger season.
That's impressive names.
Yep.
2 of them back-to-back in the order here today for the Angels.
10th pitch of the at-bat, hammer to left. Kept moving back. He'll watch this one go. 571st home run of Albert Pujols' career makes it 2-1 Angels.
Well, we just got done saying how tough Albert Pujols is. He fouled that ball right off the top of his foot earlier in the bat and still worked his way around, fought off some tough pitches from Dallas Keuchel. Eventually got a pitch on the lower part of the strike zone, and he crushes that out to left center field. Back-to-back games, not unusual for Pujols at a home run against the Astros. But into the rocks, it's a bounce for Pujols.
Here's Crone. Albert now 2 shy of tying Harmon Killebrew for 11th all time. And even after that swing, you could see he was with left foot still very tender as he finished the follow through and they're checking it out in the dugout. Crone takes low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on CJ. He's DHing tonight. Albert getting to start at first. Crone at .243 with 3 home runs, 18 runs batted in. A little bit of a slump for him. He's 4 for his last 27.
Pretty good numbers there as far as first inning home runs for Pujols. Same thing with Trout. both very effective as far as a long ball in the first inning.
They're making Keuchel work. That was the 10th pitch of the at-bat when Pujols homered. Keuchel's thrown 28 pitches here in the bottom of the first, retiring the first two rather quickly, too, on a ground in and a pop-up. Trout doing his thing, worked it to 3-2, and then Pujols doing the same.
You gotta love that when you're talking on the bench about what the pitcher's throwing. It's invaluable when you go in there. Trout's talking about the movement on some pitches. Cole Calhoun's listening in. Paul Sorrento, assistant hitting coach, they're listening in just to give a little nugget to someone as he comes up later in the game to have a better opportunity to hit against a very good pitcher in Dallas Keuchel.
Crawled reaching for the off-speed pitch, and Altuve will throw him out to end the inning. But the Angels go back-to-back, Trout and Pujols, to give them a 2-1 lead after one.
Two decent pitches, away, out to center field, and then down and out to left center field by Albert after Trout back-to-back home runs.
By the score of 2-1 back-to-back home runs by Trout and Pujols. It's the 27th time that they've homered in the same game. Now one behind Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon. I think they've got a chance of having the all-time record.
Yeah, I think it's a good shot.
I don't want to go out on a limb. At least Valbuena has a 1-0 count. Valbuena, Moran, and Castro against Weaver. One and one. Bond on the third base side with the shift on, and that'll go as an infield base hit.
And you're seeing that more and more often in baseball. If you're going to put that shift on, why not? Why not put a bunt down on that third base line? We've been talking about that a little bit with Cole Calhoun. Certain clubs put the shift on with Cole. Why not push it down the line?
I understand there's shifts on guys, especially that are really good hitters. But when you've got a guy like Valbuena, no disrespect whatsoever, it takes a lot to be a big league hitter. But at 218 and will strike out quite a bit, you got to take your chances straight up.
He's a pull hitter.
Dead pull.
As far as home run totals.
Ground ball back up the middle, but Petit was perfectly positioned, and it's a double play on the first pitch to Colin Moran, 2 outs.
It's a 7th double play turn behind Weaver this season. His job of avoiding that ground ball, letting it go through the middle, right to Petit. 6-3 double play. When you look at Weaver, that's impressive to have 7 double plays turned. Lowest ground ball percentage by any major league pitcher this year, 30.2%. Where's the lowest ground ball percentage? Work there, though.
Fastball, first pitch to Castro in for a strike. We've said it a number of times. When Weaver has it going, you usually see a lot of pop-ups, a lot of them in the infield. Little miss hits. We've seen some miss hits already. It's not as if Springer's double was scalded down the left field line. He was out in front of a slider.
He still did exactly what he wants to do. Get those hips opened up and have to try to drag that bat through the zone. He was able to do so to hook it down the line, but did not square that one up.
Changeup pulled out to right field. Castro went down and got it, but lines with to Calhoun. A quick top of the second, a shutdown inning. We head to the bottom of the inning. 2-1 Halo. Bottom of the second inning, Johnny Giavitello ready to lead things off. Hey folks, in honor of Memorial Day weekend, Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with emerging vets and players dedicated to ensuring our nation's warriors can be as productive off the field as they were on it by joining combat veterans with former athletes to form a common bond over dedication and teamwork. Visit foxsportsupports.com to learn more. Giavitello multi-hit game last night. Raised his average to 291. Has a couple of home runs, 9 doubles, 14 runs batted in. As the count evened up on him at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bread and butter for Keuchel last year. 2-seam fastball away, changeup away. Same plane, different speeds. Then he throws a cut fastball in.
Another off-speed pitch. This is pulled to left, and another hit for Johnny Giavitello. He brought the hands in nicely, didn't he?
He's been swinging the bat so well. Remember the beginning part of the season, a lot of pop-ups, dipping that front shoulder. He stayed back on this curveball very well, brought his hands inside the baseball, able to get the barrel of the bat. Very solid. Foot down, brings the hands in, barrel of the bat on the baseball for a base hit for Giavitello.
Leadoff man on board for Gregorio Petit. Petit hitting .267, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs. He will look at a strike. Gregorio last night 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Scored twice in the number 9 spot. Off the end of the bat, foul. 0-2. Keuchel's coming off a loss against the Texas Rangers, in which he gave up 7 runs on 9 hits in 6 innings of work. Still struck out 6 and walked 1.
Throwing a lot of strikes so far in this game. 36 pitches, 27 in the strike zone.
Petit goes down swinging for the first out. Here comes Carlos Perez.
Perez 3 for 7 against Dallas Keuchel. 429 batting average with an RBI.
Keuchel last year had 3 starts in which he allowed 5 or more runs. He's already had 5 of those starts this year. Been a struggle for him. Kind of an unusual move over to first. Read well by Giavitello.
That was like the C move over the first base.
Yeah. It's almost like he couldn't get the ball out of the glove. There's the old step off throw over.
He has a very good move. Fields his position exceptionally well. Back-to-back Gold Gloves. Moves around that pitcher's mound very, very quickly.
Ground ball right side. Altuve's got to go far to his left, but he's there. 2 outs. Giavitello now in scoring position. Every game matters. If you've got a group of 20 or more interested in experiencing Angels baseball, receive group ticket pricing for as low as $6 per seat. Visit angels.com/groups for more info. So Shane Robinson will bat, playing in his 15th game with the Angels. Starting left fielder tonight. .211 average, a couple of runs batted in. 4 for 19. Takes up and away. Halos last night 6 for 11 with men in scoring position. Team is hitting .290 now in those situations. This one's fouled off.
This is the one category as you look on it. Matt Shoemaker threw the ball so well. Last night, the Dallas Keuchel has struggled with runners in scoring position, in particular with 2 outs. 47.1% time they will score. He hasn't been able to finish off an inning. He has struggled with runners in scoring position this season.
Two balls, 1 strike. Halos with back-to-back home runs to the first to take a 2-1 lead as Robinson fouls it off. Evens the count now at 2-2.
Getting that pitch count up. Already 43 pitches thrown from Keuchel in this game.
2-2. Ground ball and gloved by the Gold Glover. Leadoff single, stranded at scoring position, 2 complete. 2-1 Angels, and oh yeah, Gooby.
Yes.
Forget the cotton candy, just go with the sundae.
Oh, that's perfect.
Up on the score of 2-1. Hey folks, stay tuned later tonight in the post-game show for the Business of Sports, brought to you by AutoNation.com and powered by Toyota Cerritos. 8-9-1 for Houston here in the third inning. Jake Marisnick, Tony Kemp, and George Springer to face Jared Weaver. Marisnick takes a strike. Center fielder hitting 118, 3 doubles. There's 1 home run, went 0 for 3 last night. Carlos Gomez on the DL. Looks like Marisnick will get the bulk of the playing time at center field. Jammed. This one lofted foul and out of play. So Weaver ahead of the count at 1-2. Breaking pitch out toward left. Robinson back a couple of steps. 1 down.
Just got him out in front just enough to keep that in the ballpark. Now, a little bit more of the plate than he wanted to, Weave, but at 69, Marisnick could not stay back long enough to be able to completely square that one up.
Tony Kemp at the plate. 4 for 16. First time in the big leagues. He'll look at a strike. 25-year-old from Franklin, Tennessee. He's a Vandy grad. 5th round pick in 2013. Got into the game late last night. And had 1 plate appearance as he struck out looking against Matt Shoemaker in the 8th. 1 double, 1 triple for Kemp. This one's out toward right, playable for Cole. 2 down.
4th fly ball out in this ball game for Weaver. 3 outs via the ground ball, 1 being a double play ball, and 1 strikeout.
Springer loops one out toward left center field. Robinson coming on, and he can't make the play. Short hops his glove. Springer will stop at first base with a single. Nice effort by Shane. Second hit of the night for Springer.
Off to the end of the bat. Long swing on that one. And Robinson just missed making a diving catch. We've seen over the years, Robinson has made some unbelievable plays. Great range in the outfield. Just miss making that play. It keeps it in front, prevents Springer from getting a double. Now you have to pay attention to him at first base. Weaver has picked him off in the past. 25 career pickoffs for Weaver, 1 this season.
Altuve with a fly ball to center field in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Slider away.
And it's the part of the order for the Astros that had success against Weaver coming in this game. Altuve, 10 for 29, now 10 for 30 against Weaver. Correa, solid at 3 for 5 in his career coming in the game. Springer 4 for 12 with 2 hits now tonight.
2-0 count. Springer with 3 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught 6 times. Altuve, the team leader, with 15 bags. 2-0. Slider. 3 balls and no strikes. Astros getting a run in the first inning as Correa grounded out, scoring Springer from third. Carlos on deck. That is ball 4 on 4 pitches. Altuve works the walk. First free pass issued by Weaver. Puts runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Correa coming up.
Altuve with 33 walks total last season. And with that walk this season, 26 bases on balls for Altuve. A little more patient this season.
More of a product, perhaps, of teams knowing what Altuve can do and still waiting to see what Correa is capable of doing.
Exactly. And knowing that he's aggressive, that you're not going to throw, a first pitch strike or even a second pitch strike, because he was always swinging before. But once Correa gets locked in, though, he'll see a lot more pitches in the strike zone, like you said, Victor. But still an extremely dangerous hitter. Carlos Correa, Rookie of the Year last year, second in Astros history. And Bagwell went back in 1991.
Springer at second, Altuve at first. Good speed on the bases for Houston. And that's a strike on the outside corner to even the count. Breaking pitch, lined and gloved by Petit as he timed the lead perfectly.
I'll tell you what, Petit has played an outstanding shortstop, filling in for one of the best. And Andrelton Simmons at that position. The perfect timing on the leap, the hops, and the play by Petit.
Of the third, let's go back and revisit that terrific play by Gregorio Petit.
It was all about the timing of this leap. He got underneath himself, be able to jump up as high as he possibly could to snag that line drive by Carlos Correa. Both feet, plant up, jump as high as he can, getting the rebound. Making a play by Petit.
Top of the order for the Angels, Escobar, Calhoun, and Trout. Yunel grounded out to Altuve in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. Lays off. That's a strike on the inside corner.
It's that cut fastball, and Escobar has been very good on breaking pitches this season. Batting average at .304 on breaking balls, 10th best in Major League Baseball for Escobar.
Escobar going all Beltre on us. Fouls it back.
Oh, he is playing third base.
Yeah. Hopefully he's all right. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's got back-to-back cut fastballs.
Lays off. See Escobar angry at himself for even thinking about chasing that pitch.
I think he's trying to bring back another breaking ball in that inside part of the plate. And he's coming back in.
Gets jammed and rolls it over to Altuve. He might have been thinking breaking ball, but got the fastball instead.
He's a smart pitcher.
Take a look at the Honda upcoming schedule for the Angels. One more tomorrow and against the Astros. Doug Fister on the mound for the Stros and Nick Tropiano on the hill for the Angels. And on Memorial Day, the Tigers in town for 3. Remember, Monday, it's a 6:05 start. Cole popped out his first at bat. He's 0 for 1.
The shift on with Cole. Especially difficult when you think about it with a left-handed pitcher. And Keuchel throwing a lot of pitches away. Still be able to put the shift on against Cole. You know, 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. And then you have the shortstop now moving over now with the count. Third baseman, I say, moving over into shortstop position. A lot of room on that left side of the infield, especially if there's something away against Cole. Just punch it down the line. Feel that room all the way down that third baseline.
One-two pitch, a little looper towards short. Moran is there. 2 outs.
And Mike Trout coming to the plate. This time that's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay back in the first inning. Fastball away. Trout hands back, drives it out to right center field for his 150th career home run, 11th of the season for Mike Trout.
Trout and Pujols going back-to-back in the first inning. 6th time in their career together. They've done that.
Still popular, the foam Trout hats.
Pops this one up behind first base. Valbuena moving out. And the Angels go down in order. 3 complete. Halos on top, 2-1.
Top of the fourth. Here's tonight's Cold Hard Facts, which are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Words Light. The Angels offense for the last 15 games, that's since May 12th, averaging 5.7 runs per game. Only the Red Sox have averaged more at 6.1. Batting average with runners in scoring position, 349, leads the majors for Mike Scioscia's club. So the offense starting to roll.
Gaddis leads things off, pops one up on the infield. Giavotella, Pujols, Escobar. Albert taking charge, puts it away for the first out.
By the way, Weaver did an excellent job of getting out of the way.
Yes, he did. Pitchers are smart, right?
Yeah, that's an athlete right there. Get out of the way. 41 pitches for Weaver, 28 strikes.
1 strikeout, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed. He'll face Valbuena, who had a bunt base hit to lead off the second.
You got Escobar moving way in here, and you got Giavotella way out in the outfield. So anything away, he's going to try to punch that ball to the left side of the infield.
One-two count.
And always the key when you have a shift on is the pitch to the shift. Again, a fastball down and away. And you see what he was trying to do, Valbuena. He was just trying to punch that ball to the left side of the infield.
Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Escobar back closer to the shortstop position.
See, that's pitching into your shift. The changeup, get him out in front. Pull that one foul.
Moran is on deck, the third baseman. Breaking pitch. That's fouled at the plate.
Well, don't you think you would try to sneak a fastball by him here? The known weave, that's when he's going to throw that little bit slower curveball. You would think you can get a fastball by him, but he's a good fastball hitter.
Cambio. Oh, change up away. Full count.
So far in this game, pretty good range of pitches as far as speed differentials. 87-mile-an-hour fastball, slowest pitch is 67-mile-an-hour curveball.
Fastball got him looking. Front door. 2 down. Valbuena doesn't like the call.
When you look at our Fox strikes, it's just touching the inside corner. After a changeup away, right on the inside corner. Again, we talked about it last night with Carlos Perez. He'll get you quite a few pitches right on those corners or just slightly off the corner, but that one definitely touches the corner.
Moran saw 1 pitch in his second inning plate appearance and grounded into a double play, so he's 0 for 1. Picked up his first 2 big league hits last night, first 2 RBIs as well. Oh, 2. Changeup. Lays off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's ripped to right field. Cole is there. A little top spin lob. And the first time that Weaver's retired the side in order, we head to the bottom of the 4th. Angels leading it. Up by the score of 2-1 as we welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Got to get settled in here and get ready to throw you a little softball here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's talk about Dallas Keuchel and the Angels' approach on the offensive side, because he's made 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
Angels capitalized, but otherwise he's thrown the ball well.
He's throwing that fastball. He'll go a little bit off the outside corners, change up, same thing. They brought it back in middle of the plate for Albert and Trout, and that's able to hit that ball out of the ballpark. He's been very effective with his cut fastball in, but his bread and butter, 2-seamer, change up away. Bring it to the middle of the plate.
Pujols, Corona, Giavatello here in the 4th inning. Keuchel retired the side in order. Albert now at 571 career blasts.
It's a lot of home runs.
Yeah, seems like only yesterday. Is that a song?
Yeah.
Anyway, then he hit 499 and 500 in Washington. I digress. That's the line towards short. Correa's got it. 1 out.
Hit well by Pujols.
Chrono for 1 as he grounded out to end the 1st. Both teams with 3 hits, 2 home runs and a single for the Angels, 2 singles and a double for Houston. 2 balls and no strikes. Keuchel, the 7th round pick in 09 out of University of Arkansas. 2-1.
He pitched very well in that 1-game play-in against the Yankees last year, too, for the Astros.
I mean, he was about as automatic as they come last year.
And his home numbers were unbelievable, especially that ERA in that ballpark.
This one out to shallow right center field. Springer broke back for a second, now comes in, puts it away, 2 down. Every fan matters when your Angels take on the Tigers Tuesday at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive a stylish weathered baseball cap courtesy of Fox Sports West. While supplies last, visit angels.com/promotions to get your tickets today. If you want to see weathered folks, here it is. It is a good look.
Did you say stylish again?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was on air.
Leave it to Beaver. Where's Wally? Giavatello shoots one out toward right center field. Marisnik is there. And a quick 1, 2, 3, 4th for Dallas Keuchel. We're heading to the 5th. Angels still on top. This telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Subaru. Make the world a better place. That's why they created Subaru Loves to Care. Subaru's commitment to a healthier community. By El Pollo Loco. Try the new double chicken salads today. And by Infinity. Visit your local Southern California Infinity retailer for a test drive today. Top of the fifth, 2-1. Angels lead it. Jared Weaver, Dallas Keuchel locking horns here tonight. Weaver gave up a run in the first. Keuchel gave up 2 in the bottom of the first inning on back-to-back home runs. Jason Castro to lead things off. And a breaking ball drops it for a strike. Castro lined out to Calhoun to end the second. So he is 0 for 1. Weaver just threw his 54th pitch. 37 strikes so far tonight.
Seven fly ball outs in the game for Weaver at this point. 2 strikeouts, both looking.
Missed inside. Two on to Castro. Bounced over to first. Albert will take it. Waves off Weaver. One down.
Foot still hurting a little bit on that foul ball. His first at bat.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Jake Marisnick, a fly ball to left field in his first at bat. Escobar can't cut it off, but Petit has it, but it doesn't matter. Marisnick runs well. It would have been a bang play. Well, that goes an infield base hit.
A Hyundai key for this game, and it's worked so far for Weaver against these Astros hitters. Just like fire. Make them think fastball, slow off speed, and once you get them look off speed, get the fastball by them. He's got a fastball today so far up there at 87, a couple 86 and 85 mile-an-hour fastballs from Weaver today.
Fourth hit now for the Astros. Here's Tony Kemp. And the fly ball right into third. Marisnick off to a big lead over at first base. Has 1 stolen base.
Speed at first base, speed at the plate. Weaver, very good pickoff move. Carlos Perez has thrown out 45% of would-be base stealers this season. He was going, he was leaning.
Escobar in on the grass at third base.
Just before that last pickoff move, Rich Dower, the first base coach for the Astros, went over to talk to Marisnick what to look for as far as thinking about getting a better jump. He's looking right there as a first base coach to look over to see if he notices something Weaver's doing before he throws over to first base.
Marisnick takes off. He picked the right pitch too. Quick throw and a tag by Petit.
He wants Mike Scioscia to look at that quickly. There's a quick scoop and tag. You're right, Vicar. He picked a perfect pitch to go on. Looks like that hand is in there. Well, what a quick tag by Petit. Better angle potentially here. It's real close. It looked like he got his fingers in there just before the tag was applied.
So man in scoring position, Marisnick with a second stolen base, and Kemp now with a 2-0 count. Changeup for a strike, 2-1. Top of the order, and George Springer on deck. Robinson to left, Trout at center, both playing shallow. 3-1 count. Kemp made his big league debut on May 17th against the White Sox. As he takes a strike, sitting 298 at AAA Fresno. Couple of doubles, 4 triples down there. 4 stolen bases. 101 career minor league stolen bases for Kemp. 4 seasons. 3-2, and that is upstairs, and he walked him. Second walk. Weaver's allowed. Puts 2 on. And Springer coming up.
You're in that dangerous part of this lineup now, coming up for the Astros at top of the order. First time through against Weaver this year. Hitters 216. Second time through 377. Third time through 339.
Springer 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's also scored a run.
Try to pull that fastball away.
His swing seems like it's, the majority of times, is geared up to pull the pitch. Strong enough to hit the ball the opposite way out toward right center, and will. Foul back, 1-2. Weaver going back to the fastball.
85-mile-an-hour fastball. Now when you're sitting at home, you don't think in terms that's got a lot on it, but from Weaver, where we saw in the beginning part of the year, he's starting to get a little more velocity on his fastball.
Marisnick at second, Kemp at first. Good speed on the bases for Houston. Now the 1-2. Changeup pulled to the left side. It's a base hit. Robinson playing shallow, comes up with it. Marisnick held at third. And the bases are loaded now for Altuve. 3-hit game for Springer.
Look at that pit sequence against Springer. Started him off with a fastball just off the outside corner. Then he goes back with another fastball. He pulled off on the swing. Fastball again away. Late. Then changeup. Was elevated. If it was down, it's a perfect pitch. It was upstairs enough where you get in between the hole between short and third.
Altuve, a fly ball to center and a walk. 2-1 Angels. We're in the 5th. The Astros have them loaded. Slider away.
5 straight pitches out of the strike zone against Altuve.
It's grounded into 4 double plays this year. Weaver wants to do baseball as he's behind now at 2-0.
What a great pitch, a gutsy pitch. 2-0 count, bases loaded. Weaver throws a curveball. Altuve looking fastball, instead 70-mile-an-hour curveball.
Lifted out towards shallow right. Cole getting behind it. Makes the catch. Here comes Marisnik. The throw goes to second, and we're tied up at 2. Altuve with his 28th RBI on the sac fly.
Fastball that was up. The exact pitch Altuve's looking for to be able to get the job done, and does so. Again, if you're Weaver in that spot after with the bases loaded and Altuve at the plate, 2-0 count. If you can get through this inning, this with 1 run against you, job well done by Weaver.
So it's Correa at the plate. 2-2 game with 2 outs. Correa is grounded out, picked up an RBI, and he's also lined out. That was that leaping grab that Petit made to end the 3rd inning. Outside. 20th pitch of the inning for Weaver. Most he's thrown in any one frame so far tonight, through 18 in the first.
That's a pretty good pitch. Slider, lower part of the strike zone, middle part of the plate.
It's actually one of the better sliders that Weaver's thrown tonight. Got the top part of the zone. Correa thought that pitch was up and in. 2-1.
It's one of those backup sliders. It did touch the upper part of the strike zone, though. The conversation, exactly what they'll do if Springer decides to go here. Saw that in Texas, needing that communication with the middle infielders just in case he's going.
This one down the right field line. Here comes Cole. He's there. He'll put it away. And Weaver limits the damage to just a run. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 2-2 tie. Stars converge on the United States for the 100th anniversary of the Copa America. It all starts as USA takes on Colombia Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific on FS1, or you can watch the entire tournament live on Fox Sports Go. Bottom third of the order for the Angels. Petit, Perez, and Robinson here against Dallas Keuchel. By the way, he's retired the last 9 straight since the single by Giavotella led off the second.
Got away with one there. That got a lot of the plate, that breaking ball.
Petit went down swinging in the second inning. The only punch out that Keuchel has had tonight. One, two, off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Petit goes down swinging on the breaking pitch. Second time that he's gone down. 1 out. Make that 10 in a row now.
This is the same location both times on the strikeout. Down and in, breaking ball.
Cardinals a ground out in the second inning. Former Astro. Popped him up. Altuve going out. Springer calls him off. 2 down.
Mentioned how many retired in a row, but also that pitch count is getting back to his normal.
Yeah.
What, 40-some pitches in the first couple of innings.
Yeah, 30 in the first inning. Robinson went back to the mound his first at bat. One.
Really starting to mix that changeup away along with his fastball away. Cut fastball in, big curveball.
Turned over the changeup. 1 and 2 now.
And he's not afraid to throw back-to-back changeup as a hitter. You got to think in terms of, I'm not going to try to pull that pitch. I have to hit that ball the other way.
.75 pitches for the left-hander. Top of the order, and Escobar on deck. Going back outside now. That's a full count.
I think it's a good at bat for Robinson, working the pitch count, trying to get Escobar a chance to get up here with him on base.
Robinson goes down swinging. Angels down in order. 12 in a row retired by Keuchel. We head to the 6th. It's a 2-2 tie.
The trade brought to you by Ram Trucks. Let's revisit Albert Pujols. Last night, home run, fastball, inside part of the plate, brings his hands in, shoulder, and you see that elbow right on the body to be able to get the barrel of the bat on that fastball. Was set up because there was some fastballs earlier in that sequence, up and in, brought his hands in, and drives it out of the ballpark. Last night for Pujols, home run tonight also.
4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Astros here against Weaver. Gaddis, Valbuena, and Moran. Weaver ended up throwing 23 pitches in the 5th. He's at 77 in the ball game. Gaddis 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missed down and away. The Astros with 5 hits, the Angels with 3. Foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
.80 pitches for Weaver tonight, 50 of them strikes.
Two. Breaking pitch, and Gaddis gets hit by a pitch. Weaver angry at himself. Puts a man on to start the 6th inning.
Gaddis picked the right pitch to kind of turn into on the curveball. You can see right here, break a ball inside part of the plate, turns in there, brings that leg in. On occasion, an umpire can just say that's a ball. It's far enough in that he will give him the hit by pitch, but there's definitely a movement to try to get hit by that pitch by Gaddis.
Weaver kind of looking at that landing area after he delivered that pitch again.
One thing about Weaver's landing area, there's no one else who's anywhere near that area when he lands. Very unique delivery for Jared Weaver.
Breaking ball, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls, no strikes. Three and 1. Moran, third baseman's on deck. Weaver limited the damage to just 1 run, had a bases loaded 1-out situation in the 5th. Sac fly by Altuve, and then Correa with the fly ball to shallow right to get out of that inning. 3-1 pitch. Valbuena takes inside. It's ball 4. So a hit by a pitch and a walk puts the first 2 guys on board here to start the 6th inning. It's a 3rd walk that Weaver is allowed tonight. Has 2 strikeouts.
Weaver started off the game, first 17 batters he faced, 12 first pitch strikes. Since then, the last 6, he's not thrown a first pitch strike. The Angels anticipating a bunt.
No sacrifices at the major league level for Moran. Playing in his 6th big league game. Not squaring, and he pulls this one towards second. Givitella feeds Petit for 1. The relay back in time. That's a double play. Thank you very much. Gaddis ends up at 3rd.
And we talked about Weaver not getting a lot of ground ball action, but that's the 8th double play turn behind him this season. Givitella, nice feed over to Petit with that strong throwing arm. 4-6-3 double play. Using those two hands, turning the body. Giavatello, perfect feed to Petit to complete the double play.
Second one Moran's hit into tonight. Third one in 6 games. So man at third, that's Gaddis. Here's Jason Castro. Fly ball to right and a ground ball to first. Grounds this one foul. Bedrosian first man up.
(0-2) for Weaver, trying to find his way through this inning.
No balls and 2 strikes. Giavatello out in shallow right field. Petit up the middle. Breaking ball low.
Well, that was blocked very well by Carlos Perez, anticipating that breaking ball in the dirt. Head of the count, 0-2. Perfect technique by Perez. 90 pitches thrown in this game at this point now with 2 outs in the 6th for Weaver, 23 of them. Back in the 4th. And he's retired 71.1% of hitters with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. This is where Weaver has excelled, 8th best in baseball.
It's Castro to bounce this one foul. That is just foul, by the way.
That was real close.
Yeah, Castro didn't even run up the line. One, 2 out towards center field, hit well. Trout racing back. This one is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway center field, and the Astros have taken a 4-2 lead here in the 6th. Castro with his 4th home run of the season, and now with 11 RBIs.
It's his 6th career home run against the Angels. A fastball, that one at 82, that lower part of the strike zone against the left-handed batter, and he stays back on that one well, and just a perfect swing on that fastball downstairs. 2-run home run, giving the Astros the lead.
There's Jake Marisnick. Fouls this one back. 63rd home run hit by the Astros this year. Almost out of the inning with a 1-2 count. Marisnick dropping a bunt, rolls it foul. 0-2. Jake had an infield base hit in the 5th inning and eventually scored. Behind in the count now at 0-2.
It looked like Castro had a tough time staying back on breaking balls, and then he tried to sneak a fastball by him.
Check swing, he went around, and the inning comes to an end, but not before Castro gives the Astros their 2nd lead of the night. A 2-run blast as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-2 Houston.
T-Mobile, greater coverage of baseball. Some big comebacks today in baseball. Toronto with a walk-off beats Boston 10-9. Kansas City was down 7-1 in the ninth. Win that one 8-7. Yu Darvish, first start of the year, first start since August of 2014, as Texas beats Pittsburgh. And then we had this. Last year, Chase Utley with the hard slide in, Tejada at second base, and then Thor on the mound. Syndergaard throws that fastball behind Chase Utley. It's thrown out of the game without a warning in the third inning on a fastball that just got away on the inside part of the plate.
Utley had the last laugh, 2 home runs, including a slam.
Yeah, he did.
And the ball did get away from Syndergaard.
It's always that. I tried to establish on the inner half of the plate. It just got away from him.
Yeah, trying to establish the inner part of his intestines.
That fastball, by the way, 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Escobar has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Halo's trying to figure out Dallas Keuchel. He's retired 12 straight. It's a single by Johnny G to lead off the second. He's now 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to Altuve. And Escobar's been tossed. Wow.
Let's talk about how quick that throw out of Syndergaard. That's pretty quick.
Upshow's taking over here.
And cut fastball inside part of the plate. I mean, a lot of times as a hitter you could ask where that location is. Pretty emphatic though by Escobar.
Looked like he said that ball's down. Come on, man.
But you can't question balls and strikes whether you're the manager or a hitter or pitcher. Although that was pretty quick.
Imagine it's Caleb Coward coming up now.
And now you lose one of your most productive hitters on the team, especially at top of the order.
Here comes Coward. He'll inherit the 1-2 count. Caleb, a switch hitter, will bat from the right side. Came up last night late in the game and struck out. He's having a good season at AAA. And he strikes out for the first out. That strikeout gets charged to Escobar, not Coward. So here's Cole. Nobody out. Or pardon me, with 1 out, nobody on. Cole 0 for 2. Popped out to third, and he's lined down to short.
Trying to get on base for Trout to bring up that tying run. Trout already with a home run against Keuchel tonight. For a guy that's walked quite a few batters so far this season, none in this game.
Ball and a strike. Caught the outside corner, 1-2. 3 hits allowed by Keuchel, the 2 home runs in the first inning and the single by Giavatello in the second. Ground ball, right side. That's Altuve. 2 down. So they'll bring up Trout with the bases clear.
Five ground ball outs to Altuve today.
Trout looks at a strike. 1 for 2 with a home run in the first. His 11th of the season. He popped down to Valbuena in the third.
Cut fastball in. This is the pitcher we saw a lot last year. Dallas Keuchel posed, hitting his spots, working at a very good pace. 87 pitches, 30 of them in the first inning. That's 7 0-2 counts in the game. That's been his go-to pitch, that down and in breaking ball. Usually he tries to establish the cut fastball in first and then the breaking ball down and in.
One, two. Lays off. Oh, foul tipped it into the mitt. So Trout strikes out to end the 6th inning. 15 in a row retired by Keuchel. Houston on top. This telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org and by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Top of the 7th, Angels down 4-2. 9-1-2 coming up for the Astros. New pitcher on for the Angels. Mike Moore takes over, turning out who's in, who's out. Mike's pitching in his 24th ball game, 1-0 record, a 4.82 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 5 walks. In 18 2/3 innings, and he's also allowed 17 hits. Takes over for Weaver, who ended up going 6 innings, allowing 4 runs on 6 hits. One of which was the home run to Castro with 2 outs in the 6th, a 1-2 count. Give the Astros a 4-2 lead. As expected, Coward replacing Escobar at third since he hit for him in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kemp 0 for 1, a fly ball to right and a walk. Weaver ended up throwing 95 pitches tonight. This one's lined to second, 1 away. Every moment matters. Join us for Family Sunday, presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink. Tomorrow, as the Angels take on the Astros. It's a 12:35 start. Visit the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities. And after the game, kids in attendance get to run the bases. Visit angel.com to get your tickets today.
That's always got to be fun to do that.
Running the bases?
Yes. As a youngster. He tries to pull everything.
No doubt. 3-hit game for Springer, double and 2 singles. Jason Castro hit the home run in the 6th inning. Missed him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And going away. Keep it down and away against them.
Fastball popped up, foul territory, and nobody's going to get there.
Fastball had some life on it, 94, but missed location. He wanted that fastball down and away and ran in on him.
So it's still a 1-2 count. But some of the scores around the division, Texas and Yu Darvish's return, defeating Pittsburgh 5-2 earlier tonight. Oakland all over the Tigers 12-3. Minnesota now leading Seattle 5-4 in the 5th. Joe Mauer with a home run. That's a called strike 3, 2 down.
Home run last night the other way.
Here it's 4-2 Houston. Let's take a look at the Springer punch out.
Yeah, he's looking for something off speed. Got a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Good sequence by Morin against Springer on that at bat.
Pretty good pitch. Ball 1. Now Altuve, a fly ball to center, a walk and a sac fly, picking up his 28th RBI. That's in the 5th inning, tying the score up at 2.
Showing some pretty good patience at the plate. That's something you don't then generally talk about when it comes to Altuve at the plate. Patience, great plate coverage, very aggressive.
Pulls this one past Petit. A 2-out single. And a pitch that was up in the zone.
He is very quick on elevated pitches. Has been throughout his career. It's a fastball upstairs. Brings his hands up, lines it by Petit. This game will slow down now, especially without Altuve at first. 15 stolen bases this season.
That leads the American League. Correa at the plate. Hitless tonight, but did pick up an RBI in the 1st on a ground out.
Pretty good sized lead.
Big lead for Altuve, doesn't go, and the changeup is cut on and missed.
And that's a changeup he throws with cut action to a right-handed batter. lefty who will run that one down and away against left-handed batters. More of a traditional circle changeup going away. It is once again.
One ball, two strikes. Quick throw to first, and they got Altuve. Pujols making sure he's all right. That's the third out of the inning. Stretch time here at the Big A. The Angels have 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Down 4-2.
The Angels 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by Kia, with Albert Pujols leading off the RBI tonight. The all-time RBI list. The 3 players have had over 2,000 RBI. Albert Pujols passes Honus Wagner, 21st on the all-time RBI list. 1,732 RBI for the machine.
Well, the Halos are trying to solve Dallas Keuchel because he has been ridiculous since the second inning. 15 straight batters have been retired. It'll be Pujols, Corona, Giavotella here in the 7th. Keuchel at 89 pitches, 5 strikeouts, no walks. 4 of the 5 strikeouts over the last 2 innings.
That's been the big pitch for him too. Also his curveball. Inside part of the plate. Good take by Albert.
2 balls and no strikes. Albert 1 for 2 with a home run in the first. 11th of the season, 571st of his career. And then he lined out sharply to Correa when he led off the 4th. 2-0 now. This one's off the end of the bat, foul.
Amazing though with that RBI pass at Honus Wagner. That's one of the all-time great names in the game. 8 batting titles. I mean, Ty Cobb had more batting titles than Honus Wagner with 12.
Ground ball over to third. Moran's got it. 1 down. Honus Wagner, what the most expensive card in history, right?
Yes.
Baseball card. Cigarette card, if I'm not mistaken, right? Sponsored by the cigarette companies. No balls, 2 strikes on Crone, who's 0 for 2 with a ground down to fly ball to right. Pat Neshek getting ready.
Well, CJ's into that pull mode right now, that outer part of the plate. A lot of pitches away. Until you make an adjustment, the pitcher's just going to live outside. Maybe to show something down and in, but mostly away until you start to drive the ball the other way.
Reaching for this one and grounds it over to Moran. 2 down. So base is clear for Giavotella. One for 2 tonight. But Dallas Keuchel, for all the struggles that he has had this season, has been vintage Dallas Keuchel. Tonight, aside from the 2 mistakes he made in the first inning on the home runs, Johnny takes a strike. Not a bad idea. Try to bunt his way on. Balbuena playing back at first.
Need a base runner to be able to bring the tying run to the plate. Look at those numbers. Previous 7 starts, 0-5 with an ERA almost at 8. Couple that fact is on the road this year, 1-4 with a 6.57. Again, he won the Cy Young last year knowing how to pitch. He's made a good adjustment tonight at this point.
One-two count.
Counting down to 102 for Keuchel.
A little bouncer foul.
Remember early in the game, as far as go-tos, don't chase the changeup. We've seen a lot of hitters trying to pull that changeup off the outside corner against Keuchel. You got to bring him into zone. That's been his issue this season. Being forced to bring his fastball and changeup in the strike zone. A lot more hittable that way.
2-2. Bouncer foul screen. A little battle here for Giavatello. Back up the middle and gloved. Knocked down by Keuchel. In and out of the glove. The Angels go down in order yet again. 7th complete, 4-2 Houston.
Against the Houston Astros on this Memorial Day weekend, but there's a great pitching performance by that guy, and right now they find themselves down 4-2 as we head into the 8th inning. Ken French back with you outside, and don't forget, following this one, it's Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Myself, Jose Mota, Tim Salmon, and Alex Curry bring you the highlights and interviews, including the performance by Dallas Keuchel, looking like the Cy Young Award winner from last year, retiring the last 18 straight, but the Halos did get to him early. We'll bring it back-to-back home runs by Mike Trout and Albert Pujols in the first inning. They've now gone back-to-back 6 times. That's most in the majors since becoming teammates back in 2012. We'll send it back inside to Victor and Gooby, guys.
Thanks a lot, French. Here in the top of the 8th inning. Swinging first pitch is Carlos Correa against Mike Moore. There's the first down of the 8th. The Angels down 4-2. Moore took over the 7th. Gave up a 2-out single, but then picked off out too big to finish off the 7th inning with Correa at the plate. Gets Cardinals here to lead off the 8th, and Evan Gattis coming up.
We go back to that 6th inning in which Castro had a 2-run home run. It was Gattis that got it started when he turned in, leaned into a breaking ball. Hit by pitch, ended up scoring the 3rd run.
Gattis looked like he went around. Did not. Put it to Pat Holberg.
Well, that was pretty close.
Yeah. 2 balls and a strike. No doubt about that one. 2-2. Valbuena on deck. Go back to a 3-2 changeup from 4 straight.
And he'll try to sneak a fastball against Gaddis. Tried it. Look at that swing he had on that fastball.
Yep.
Yeah, you would think that the number of changeups, it's going to look even firmer, be like a 97, 98 mile-an-hour fastball. Instead, right on it.
Down goes Gaddis, 2 down.
Soja ready to get down to the bullpen to bring in Jose Alvarez.
Alvarez on in relief with 2 outs here in the 8th inning with the Astros up 4-2. Two, top of the 8th with 2 outs. I want to remind you, you can follow Angels Baseball live with MLB.com at Bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment. Game day, live game video, highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat. #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Jose Alvarez on a relief here with the bases clear to face Luis Valbuena. 25th game for Jose. 1-2 record. The 4.32 ERA. As Valbuena shoots one out toward left center field. And that'll fall in for a base hit. So Alvarez in to get the lefty, gives up the single. Now you've got had Colin Moran, but it'll be Marwin Gonzalez coming up to pinch hit for Moran. So the youngster will finish the night going 0 for 3.
Batting for Colin Moran, number 9, Marwin Gonzalez.
.233 average with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs.
A pretty good power, 12 extra base hits for him.
Had a single last night as he came on defensively late for Altuve. Takes a fastball for a strike. Gonzalez a .260 average from the right side of the plate this year. Overall 2 for 5 as a pinch hitter.
The fastball inside so far, both pitches inside part of the plate, down with just off the inside corner.
2-1 pitch. That's it at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good life on that one at 92 from Alvarez. 3 of the 4 pitches, fastballs in, off speed down and away.
That's foul tipped into the mitt. Down goes Gonzalez. He thinks that ball hit the ground. See if A.J. Hinch is going to have a look at it. Vic Carapazo's not even bothering. Calling time here. Carapazo's going to ask the umpires to get together. Now is he changing his mind? Now he changed his mind to call it a foul ball without talking to another umpire.
Let's see exactly if he fouled this one into the dirt.
Yeah, he did.
He did hit the dirt. There's no doubt.
But that's interesting that he would call it an out, a foul tip into the mid and an out, and then just randomly change his mind.
See if indeed he did foul it.
It's tough to tell, huh? They're going to get together. Well, there's no doubt the ball hit the dirt. I thought for a second he was calling time, waving everybody in, the umpiring crew in.
That's what I thought, just to get together.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. When you look at the rotation of the seams of the baseball,
boy, if he nicked that ball,
it almost looked as if there was, I mean, when you look at the seams of the baseball rotating in there, it didn't seem like there was any difference when that baseball would have hit the bat.
the only hesitation you have on that is that Carlos Perez didn't catch the ball and then apply a tag. He showed the ball to Carapazo as if he caught it. So that would indicate that he heard a foul tip as well. It would have meant Hinch would have probably used a challenge or had a crew chief review maybe. Gonzalez certainly never left the area. He thought he certainly hit the ground. Two-two. Doesn't matter. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Angels down 2. Score, the Angels limited tonight to just 3 hits because Dallas Keuchel was incredibly good tonight, especially after the second inning, or from the second inning on. No damage whatsoever. 3 hits total. The 2 home runs in the first inning, the single by Giavotella, and then shutdown mode for Keuchel, as the Angels have not had a base runner since the leadoff single by Giavotella in the second. It's Pat Neshek coming off for the 20th time this year for Houston. 2-0 record, a 3.77 ERA, and it's the bottom third of the order coming up for the Halos. Petit skying one foul down the left field line, and it's no balls and a strike.
Neshek's fastball is 87 to 92 range. Slider, throws a lot of sliders, and a changeup.
Marvin Gonzalez stays in the game at first base. Valbuena shifts across the diamond to third. Petit cues it foul. Petit 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Neshek, one of those guys, did not waste any time at all on the mound. This is fouled off.
And the thing, as a hitter against Neshek, you just have to track the baseball out of his hand. There's a lot of movement. Certainly not the normal delivery. So look for the baseball out of the hand, track it there instead of looking for the arms, legs, the glove thrown at you. As a hitter, what you're dealing with Neshek, the delivery and then the quick pitch and then the different angles he throws at. Just try to track the baseball out of his hand. Look at the batter's eye, track the baseball.
First time that Petit has ever faced Neshek. Carlos Perez on deck, and then Shane Robinson. 0-2. Fouled back. Saving his at bat. That pitch a little bit up and away.
9 times the Angels have come back from a 2-run or more deficit. So they've come back a number of games already this year. Just need to get that leadoff guy on here.
Keuchel tonight, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 home runs, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. Here's the 1-2. Slider away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good battle here. Petit.
Neshek signed as a free agent prior to last year by Houston. Pitched in 66 games for him, went 3-6 with a 3.62. Came up with Minnesota. He's pitched for the Padres, A's, Cardinals, and now the Astros last 2 seasons. 35 years of age now. Off speed, line toward short. Correa cuts it off, makes the catch for the first down. Well struck by Petit. Good coverage by the Astros shortstop.
Size for the shortstop for the Astros, tall enough to be able to make this play on this line drive. This is a quality at bat. Leap up and make that play. There's that prep step. He was getting ready as the pitch was thrown to be able to move it and then go over and make that play on that line drive. Astros bullpen has been better, especially of late. 3.41 ERA as far as a bullpen, 6th best in the American League.
Carlos Tardial now and almost sneaks one inside the bag. No balls and 2 strikes. Perez tonight 0 for 2. A ground down the fly ball to right. Out toward right field. Springer's there. 2 down. Rafael Ortega is going to come up. Pinch hit for Robinson. Stay in the game and play left. Robinson finishes tonight 0 for 2. A.J. Hinch is going to go to the bullpen. Tony Sipp was getting ready, so pitching change in the 8th. With the Astros up 4 to 2. The 8th inning, Tony Sipp called upon to face Rafael Ortega, the pinch hitter. Sipp pitching in his 21st game, 0-2, a 3.57 ERA. 18 strikeouts and 17 hits allowed in 17 and 2/3 innings.
Yeah, Sipp's fastball is 87-91. Slider, changeup. It was about 55% of his pitches were off speed, whether it's a slider or changeup.
Lefties have hit .278 against Sipp this year. Ortega hitting .274 so far. 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. And he'll take a strike. Upper reaches of the strike zone. Check swing, went around. John Hirschbeck rings it up at third base. And it's 0-2. Remember, no more Yunel Escobar. Ejected in the 6th inning. Caleb Cowher on deck. Here's the 0-2. Missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At worst, the Angels will get Trout up in the 9th inning. Question is whether or not there'll be somebody on base. Down 2. Astros will have 6, 7, and 8 coming up in the 9th inning. Here's the 1-2. Down and away. Ortega last night 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. He's the one that started that 3rd inning rally. Double down the right field line. Got him looking on the slider, and the Angels go down in order once again. We head to the 9th inning, 4-2 Houston. Well, you wouldn't have to miss a pitch if you had the Fox Sports Go app. Download it today and watch Angels baseball wherever you go. Top of the ninth here at the Big A. Game 2 of this 3-game set. 4-2 Houston. Jose Alvarez still out on the mound. He struck out. Marvin Gonzalez to finish off the 8th inning. And he'll face Castro. I said 6, 7, 8. He's actually 7, 8, 9 here in the 9th. Castro, Marisnick, and Kemp.
You know, and when you look back, the one pitch he'd probably like to have back, he tried that two-seam fastball to run in at the hip and catch that inside corner, just ran out over the plate just enough for Castro to hit that one out. Last at bat.
Down the left field line, Ortega moving into foul territory, and he'll run out of room. Castro 1 for 3 with a 2-run blast in the 6th inning that snapped the tie. The Astros the 4-2 lead they currently have. Home run for Castro, his 4th of the year. No balls, 2 strikes. One, 2. Missed inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Action going in both bullpens right now. A right-hander on deck with Marisnick. Mike Scioscia decides to go to the bullpen. Full count. Joe Smith warming up for the Angels.
Into the count 0-2 now, 3-2 count.
Called strike 3. Castro flips the bat. Thought he had a drawn a walk. Set it's out number 1.
Take a look at our Fox strike. That 92-mile-an-hour fastball, lower part of the strike zone, framed very well, just touching that lower part.
So 1 out, nobody on. Alvarez remains in the game with Marisnick at the plate. Astros getting Luke Gregerson ready. 10 saves on the year. Top of the order coming up for the Halos. Stands now, it's Coward, Calhoun, and Trout. You could use Cliff Pennington. Try to lead off the inning with him. Activated today. Brendan Ryan was designated for assignment to make room for Cliff.
Always you're looking for is a base runner. That middle part of the order.
Two, 1. This one's looped out to left field, and it's a 1-out single. Speedy Marisnick is on board. And Tony Kemp coming up.
Left fielder, number 16, Tony Kemp.
Kemp, the left fielder tonight. 0 for 2, a fly ball to right, a walk, and a ground out.
Kemp has shown a pretty good eye for a youngster today. Consistently been ahead of the count throughout this entire night.
3 infielders on the right. Pulled towards second base. Tough to turn to. Nice effort, but with Kemp's speed, at the very least, they get the lead runner at second base. 2 outs.
Mike Scioscia may be going to the bullpen now with Springer up.
And sure enough, a pitching change. With 2 outs here in the 9th inning, Springer coming up. Looks like Joe Smith will be coming on a relief. 4-2 Houston.
Four to 2. Kemp with good speed at first base. Smith is throwing the ball consistently, especially down in the strike zone. Very good pickoff move also, so you got to keep an eye on that one. This game out on Monday, 1 scoreless inning. Fastball is going to be 87 to that 90 range for Joe. Good slider and a solid changeup.
They'll be facing George Springer, who's had a great game tonight. 3 for 4, double, 2 singles. Did strike out looking his last time up. Smith becomes the 3rd reliever used by Scioscia. Weaver went 6, giving up 4 runs on 6 hits. Warren an inning and 2/3. Alvarez 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and he's responsible for Kemp at first base. Been a while since Joe pitched, last Monday to be exact. Picking up his 6th save. The Angels shutting out the Rangers on Monday night. By the way, get some work in here. Big lead for Kemp. The slider's in for a strike. No stolen base attempts yet at the major league level for Kemp. Mentioned just over 100 in his 4 seasons in the minor leagues. A little bit bigger lead. Oh, 1. Slider. Just missed low.
Yeah, we see that pitch right there when we look at our Fox tracks, but it's just below that strike zone. Pretty good slider, though.
Jam shot back to Smith. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Top of the order coming up for the Angels. Down 4-2. Goes up by the score of 4-2, and it looks like Cowart will lead things off here. It'll be Cowart, Calhoun, and Trout to face Luke Gregerson. But before we get to any of that stuff, Gibby, on behalf of myself, my family, and everyone at Fox Sports West, we want to wish you and Lisa, your wife, happy and congratulations on being empty nesters, buddy. Congratulations.
I know.
Ashley graduated today.
My little Ashley graduated high school at Chaminade High School today. Was at the ceremony today. It was fantastic. I'll tell you, where she was and to be able to graduate high school as good as she did, super, super proud parents.
You know what? She's a rock chalker, too.
Yes, she is.
Smart girl. Going to KU.
Oh, yes. She's going to rock chalk Jayhawk.
Gregerson pitching in his 22nd game, 0-1 mark. Mentioned the 10 saves he has under his belt. He'll face Caleb Cowart to lead things off. Cowart came up when Escobar was ejected in the 6th inning, inherited a 1-2 count, struck out, but that goes on Escobar's line. Caleb will look at a strike.
And Gregerson has very good movement on his fastball, not overpowering. 7-91, very good slider though.
Broken back comebacker. There's out number 1.
For the bullpen for the Astros in the month of May, coming into this game tonight, 2.27 tops in baseball. Gregerson has great career numbers against the Angels. You see where they were in April, 26. Part of the reason why they got such a slow start. Bullpen has been very good since then.
22 consecutive batters retired by the Astros.
Yeah, Gregerson 1.21 career ERA against the Angels.
Cole takes a strike. Calhoun 0 for 3. Neshek worked 2/3 of an inning. Sip finished off the 8th. Now Gregerson here in the 9th. 0-1 to Cole. Lays off. Evens a count at 1 ball, 1 strike with Trout on deck. Gregerson, 31 years of age now. 2nd season with Houston. Signed as a free agent prior to last year. Chopper back toward the mound. 2 down. So the Halos down to the last out here in the 9th.
And Gregerson doesn't mess around. A ground ball back up. A lot of times you've seen pitchers with that underhand toss. He gets the baseball and fires it to first. Kind of what you're supposed to do.
Trout a 1-for-3 game. Slider away.
Yeah, you would think this would be a good matchup for Trout. Sinker slider pitcher. Both pitches in lower part of the strike zone.
In fact, Gregerson wanted Carapazza to call that last pitch, and it could have been called a strike. Instead of 1-1, it's 2-0. Three balls, no strikes. Pujols on deck. Three and one. Back inside they go. Ground ball toward the middle. Correa over to his left. And the Astros take game 2 by the final of 4-2.
I think when it came down to it was just the pitching. Dallas Keuchel was excellent tonight. It's a Castro. It's a 2-run home run to give the Astros a lead, and then no more base runners rest of the game after settling down after a couple home runs allowed in the first inning. Only 3 hits for the Halos tonight as the Astros even up this series at 1 apiece.
4-2 as the Astros win game 2, setting up the rubber match of the series tomorrow afternoon. Nick Tropiano is on the mound for the Angels. The final 4-2 Houston. Stick around. Angels live post game coming up next.